What's going on, Shib Army? Welcome back. We've got some Shiba Inu coin news to talk about in this video. And we recently came across something that Lucy, the marketing lead for Shiba Inu, put out there, and it has to do with Shibarium. And it was kind of a hypothetical. And I wanted to kind of dive into this in this video a little bit and just talk about what if this were to happen, just how bullish this would be for the entire ecosystem. We know that everything right now kind of relies and comes back to their blockchain, Shibarium. And it's been kind of a rocky start, let's be honest, right? Since last August. But recently, we've seen a lot of growth. Recently, in the last few months, we've seen a lot of the utilities that we had heard about start to come to fruition. And all of a sudden, with the market turning, SHIB's price goes up. People love to, criticize when prices are down, but all of a sudden, people are a little bit more open and nicer when prices start to go up. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that happen right now as well. But Lucy talked about Shibarium potentially becoming a top 5 blockchain. She believes it's going to happen. And I will say this, if this does happen, this means a ton of activities happening on Shibarium. It also means a ton of SHIB is being burned. It means a ton of developers are coming in and building their decentralized applications on Shibarium. It means that probably the gaming ecosystem has taken off, along with the metaverse, along with every other avenue, including AI, that SHIB wants to get into. We've got a long way for that, right? And I do think it's interesting, though. We do have a nice little head start. Most of these blockchains that launch, either L1s or L2s, they've got to come out and market their product. That is the most difficult thing to do. Because here's the thing, guys, you can have a brilliant idea, an amazing idea. But if you don't get eyeballs on it, if you don't get people rallying behind it, if you don't get people using it, all it is just a great idea. Now, what SHIB had that I think a lot of people don't have when they're starting their new blockchain, they had over 1.1 million users in their ecosystem. That's a nice jump start, right? That's a nice place to begin a new journey when you already have all of these eyeballs. So there's certainly the avenue and possibility for them to get there. It's going to be a long road, but I wanted to kind of dive into what Lucy had talked about a little bit, give you guys my insight around it as well. After I saw this article, I thought it was interesting to kind of unpack it a little bit, get your guys' thoughts as well as we go through it. You have some ideas, you have some suggestions, even. Sometimes I think they do kind of look at all of these videos, and they are listening out there to the community. So I always love hearing from you guys down below. So it says Shibarium to become top 5 blockchain. Here is why. So according to Lucy, no matter what happens, those who ignore Shibarium might regret the outcome later on. The content specialist said the project is bound to do well because of the passion of its community members and the readiness to help. Shibarium went live in August, as we know, and as we highlighted here, with it being an Ethereum-based layer 2 scaling solution. We covered 2 L2s yesterday. There's a ton of layer 2s out there that really have a ton of potential. We covered 2 of them yesterday, VSG and BitRock, and here's obviously another one in Shibarium. Its core goal here is to serve members of the SHIB ecosystem with functional DApps boosted by scalability and lower costs compared to ETH. While the launch of Shibarium came with turmoil, the protocol showcased resilience as developers work to enhance its throughput. Thus far, there has been considerable activity on Shibarium, with daily transaction count rising as high as 7.8 million at its peak. Though this large transaction count has slowly faded off, Shibarium's scan pegs the current daily transactions at around 594,000, which is still really solid for a new blockchain, guys. I know we saw, upwards to, 4, 5, 6, 7 million daily transaction. And hopefully that's somewhere we could get to in the peak of the bull run, and we could see that daily number be there. But the fact that we even got there a little bit and we're still really, really early, I think it's still a pretty good sign. I mean, and then we look at DeFi Llama, which basically highlights all the TVL across blockchains, or total value locked. Again, if you're not sure what total value locked is, this is a very important metric to basically understand how strongly people feel about a blockchain, because TVL is essentially saying, hey, I believe in this blockchain so much, I'm going to go ahead and stake within it and lock up some funds and earn passive rewards in this ecosystem. And when we look at that number for Shibarium, It's coming in just under 1.6 million right now, and that is right now 154th largest blockchain network by TVL, just by that metric, total value locked. SHIB partner now nodes, though, rank the protocols among the top 5 most active on its platform. That's interesting. Overall, the community and developers are working hard to ensure Shibarium gains more traction in the long term. It says here to reaffirm the commitment of Shibarium innovators to bring value to the community. Lucy outlined the benefits of the project building on Shibarium to SHIB in general. According to her, these projects help to drive more transactions with bigger volumes, more token burns, extra rewards for registered validators, etc. The increase in DApps also means more bone rewards for the Shibarium blockchain validators. Lucy also talked about different projects coming in to bring more exposure for SHIB with further attention on other SHIB associated projects, including Leash, Shiboshis, Bone. Of course, we have some official partners now, K9 Finance, Bad Idea AI. I'm an investor in both of those, by the way. Having outlined the possibilities and opportunities, the marketing executives urge the community to work together to actualize the set goals. So again, I think the fastest way we become a huge blockchain and super well known in the space, personally here, this is my personal example. I think gaming is the ticket. I'll continue to say this, and I don't have a say so in this. I'm just a community member like you guys. Obviously, have a little voice here on YouTube and Twitter and all of that, and that's great. And I've made this very abundantly clear. Like, I think the gaming side of this could be huge. William Volk already there. They've got Activision connections. They've got the pieces to the puzzle to really go big into gaming. And I just think gaming is one of the easiest ways to bring in new people into crypto. I think it's seamless. It's an easy transition. You don't have to really explain it too much other than, hey, are you playing this game? Do you want to earn crypto by playing this game? Right? All of a sudden now they're part of this Web3 and blockchain ecosystem. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Obviously, I'm waiting to hear more on the metaverse as well. I'm curious to see where we are with all of that. If there's a bridge between the gaming side and the metaverse, we know that AI and there's various tools being built by Bad Idea AI to help us as traders within Shibarium. I think that's going to be huge um, in and of itself. So there's a lot of things that they're trying to tackle here. And there are going to be, I think, in my opinion, a few things that really take off. And when that happens, focus on those few things, grow out those ecosystems, and that will obviously all come back to Shibarium and bring more and more people into the entire ecosystem. And so we'll be tracking this. I thought it was an interesting kind of angle here. And the good thing is we're a ways away from being a top 5 blockchain, but there's a lot of room for growth. We're relatively new. We're not even a year old, right? So, and I think I think they've accomplished a lot, the team itself and we as the community. I mean, a lot of these new blockchains that have been out for 2-3 years don't have the total value locked that Shibarium does, don't have the daily transaction numbers that Shibarium has. And a lot of that has to do with the community. I mean, again, I said this near the top of the video. When you start with 1.1 million users right out of the gate, that's a really nice start. But now the focus needs to be, how do we bring in the new 1.1 million users? That's why I think gaming could be such an easy avenue to do so. Not easy, but easier, right? It's one of those avenues that I think we're going to see a huge influx of people come in from anyway. Why not be a piece of that? They have the pieces to do that with William Volk, who I met, guys. William Volk from Activision, who I met. Big person in the gaming sphere. So we'll be keeping tabs on all of this, though, of course. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below, and check out all the links. XT Algo, if you're looking to trade crypto better and have a better opportunity to make bigger gains, using a tool like this can definitely help you. XT Algo gives you simple visual indicators to help make your trading simpler. Simply check out when the momentum up hits on a daily candle or an hourly candle and take advantage of the price action from there. Links are all down below for that if you're interested. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you. Bye.